slightly. Whoa! Anna up, Anna up. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today is a very like low-key setup, like very chill. We're here with blanket, everything, and we've got KFC. And we're gonna do a mukbang. I was about to introduce you. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is V Kativu. It feels so weird to say that. I've been saying this for so long.
I know.
We've rebranded. Woo! So my name is V, and I'm like Eve's spiritual older sister.
Yeah, that's, I would say so. We live really close to each other. Well,
we do, and we go to the same uni, same college.
Same college, same uni.
Hey, do I have barbecue sauce?
No, you don't, but you can nick some of mine.
Wait, what did I order?
What did you order?
Yes.
So I asked you guys to ask me some questions, just really chill ones, like about life, about uni, about just all the sort of gossip. So while we're eating,
I'm nervous to see what they've got to say.
I know, I haven't looked yet. So while we're eating, I'll see what we have.
Okay.
How do you get over a boy that you still very much like?
Okay.
We're going right up the
really
deep
good
end.
question. You know, whenever I like a boy and then they like don't treat me so great, all of a sudden, I don't know what happens, I stop liking them and the tables flip and they start to like me again. Does that make sense? Like, it happens so many times. They like mug me off and then I'll be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And they come running back.
They always do. Yeah.
But how did I get to the place of getting over them?
It's really difficult.
I think my friends help, to be honest. My friends like help, and sometimes it's not the best because they make it so I can't talk about the person anymore, but sometimes it's actually good because I then have to kind of stop making them real in my imagination. It's a lot of like friends, environment. I stopped doing things that I would have done with them, like going to cinema, going for dinner. I'm now like just doing other things.
The main thing is to like not beat yourself up about it, because it can feel like one step forward, two step back. Like one day you're like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch, I don't mean anybody, and then the next day you're sat crying in your room with like a glass of gin.
Eve would be like, I don't want to talk about it anymore, I don't want to bore you. I'm like, Eve, just tell me, I'm here to listen. Get it better to say out and like have it diluted. Say the like strong version to me, it's diluted.
Like take up a new hobby, watch a new TV show, like do something that's independent of that, and just do something for you.
And it's actually okay to feel what you felt, because I think people kind of sometimes, what's the word, trivialize?
And you want to like,
they kind of make it like a joke.
You always see the bad bitch phase of everyone. You always see when they're over it and they're in, but
you never see that moment.
You never see that bit where they're feeling like rubbish. So just remember,
it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah, and everyone goes, like everyone has been in a situation like that. Just unfollow, mute, whatever. And if you can't see them, it might not necessarily be hostile, but like sometimes you just need to, it just needs to go, because social media is toxic with stuff like that. You can feel like you're fine and then something pops up and you're like, oh.
And you're not. And you're right, meeting and stuff is actually the best way, because then now you're going out of your way to stalk them. Do you know what I mean? And then you catch yourself being like, what am I doing? Like, no, not today. Or you'll forget to stalk for that day, then tomorrow you forget again, then before you know it, you're like, oh, a week's gone by and I haven't checked.
Best and worst thing about Oxford?
Best thing for me is the buildings. The scenery, like the actual Oxford, the physical Oxford itself. And also the lecturers and things. Like, I just find it absolutely incredible that these people are like leading experts in their subjects, and you're teaching them how the conversation. And for me, I just love education, so I think that's such a cool aspect. Like, whoa, the book I'm writing about you wrote, and like you are the go-to person in the world for this topic, and you're here with me. That's like mind-boggling. I'm
just in the city, as you said, like it's just stunning. There's so much to do. I think that's the best thing about Oxford, is the amount of stuff there is to do. Always a talk, always a concert, classical music, or like trap, or like drum and bass. Like there's always something to be doing. Like,
you basically don't just do your degree, you get to explore
everything
yourself outside of that, and like what you like. And there's always weird and wonderful things happening, and before you know it, you're now the president of a ice skating society. Blah blah. It's crazy, and I love it.
Worst thing, I think for me, would be the term system. I think the terms are disgusting. I personally find the 8-week thing,
I think for me, bouncing off of that, the moving in and out.
That's what I mean. You have to move in and out.
The stability is gone, in a sense. It's weird.
I feel like you don't have a school year. Like, you feel like you just sort of, you move into Oxford and it's 8 weeks of absolute craziness, and then you move home and it's 6 weeks of nothingness, and then you move right back in, and there's never,
like, you have a different schedule to the rest of your friends at other unis.
Yeah.
When you're home, they might not yet be home, or like, do you know what I mean? You always either miss each other. Then when they are free, you're now deep in like exam prep because you have a collection the moment you get back.
Yeah,
and
we're always
again.
last to leave and first to come back. So right now, this time of year is awful because everyone's at uni.
Everyone's gone and we're still at home. I am dying to go back.
Yeah, same. And
not
I feel
even like I love school, but in a sense of like, I just need, what am I still doing here?
Even if like we had a reading week in the middle.
Yeah.
Just a week to like breathe, because I've done the reading for the first 4 weeks, and if I had a week in the middle to do the reading for the last 4 weeks,
it's too much. It's actually too much. Heavy.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I'm not a fan.
You don't get a chance to take it in. It's like going on holiday and then having to leave the next day.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like, yeah, it means that it makes it really difficult to just everything. Okay, I'm not going to answer this one because I said I wasn't going to talk about my love life anymore. But got your eye on anyone at the moment, V?
Well, when it comes to love life for me, which I feel like all of us say, but I genuinely would never want to actually put it out.
Yeah, neither.
Just because once you do,
that's it.
You need to also, like, I don't like when people put out their love life and then don't explain it after, because it's like, you've taken us in
and then you just
I'm invested now.
Didn't
like,
say
I've subscribed to this relationship, and now you're done, and you're like, it's none of our business. But it was a business when you're doing your morning routine, or like doing travel up Valentine's Day, and now that you're broken up, we don't get to know. So if I'm not willing to share the bad of it, I'm not willing to share the good of it.
Yeah, and I think sometimes
it's not fair.
when things don't go well, it's just really not something you want to put on the internet, and it's something it's kind of sad, because I think if you don't share your love life, you don't get the good bit of like posting cute couples photos and whatever.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, like, you could post a picture, but you might just not have a YouTube video about it, or like have a meet my boyfriend tag, or like a boyfriend rates my, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like the most I would ever do is like say I'm in a relationship. But that's what private social media is for as well. Out of respect
for someone else, the other person, do you know what I mean?
I also think, yeah, it's a lot for a non-YouTube person to take, like being put out there, like, because when you break up or when things go wrong, then your fans are always going to side with you.
Always. And
you have to be so careful to not, because like even if they were in the wrong, doesn't matter. If you then get all of your viewers to like go and attack them, that's just petty. It's just not fair.
So I think for the safety of just my own well-being, like, because I just wouldn't want to talk about it, and I don't think it's going to add any value to what I do.
No, neither, because I don't, it's not my content, so
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what help it is if you know if I'm in a relationship or not, but yeah. But just to clarify, I'm single, so after all that
I'm single.
I'm single, so.
How many hours do you study like during exam season at Oxford?
How many hours do I study during exam season at Ox? To be honest with you, I've never like timed myself, but I try to at least do four hours minimum, because less than 4 hours I'm just having a joke now. Like I'm literally why am I at uni? But between 4 hours minimum, and for me 8 hours is maximum. Like for me, I can't. At that point, I'm just doing it for the numbers, just to be like, I did 10 hours of work. I'm not actually taking anything in.
My brain is not functioning.
8 hours is actually not as bad as it sounds. That's like 9 to 5.
Mate, that's loads. 8 hours is
9 to 5. Like, you can, that's so manageable. Even if you wanted to spread it out and have like lots of breaks, you could do 9 to 7 if you really wanted to.
That's what I do usually.
Yeah, and like by 7 o'clock, you're done, you leave your work and you have the
evening off, have it to yourself.
It's very manageable. Like, I think people think like, oh my god, it's just, no.
I think the best way for like long stamina studying is to make sure you have the evening off or a morning off every day.
Yeah.
So you're not going to bed having just finished studying and you start straight away the next day.
That's the worst.
You need like time,
because then you feel like you don't have a life. If
you feel like you're not doing anything else and you don't have a routine. I would say in terms of hours, some days I would do like 3 or 4 and I'd be like, oh, I just can't bother today, and I have the afternoon off. Some days very near exams I would be doing like 6, 7, 8. But like again with hours, it's like past 8 I always feel like I'm just doing it just
literally
up the numbers. I would say like have a to-do list each day and make it one that you feel like that's more, measure how many topics you've covered, or
I work based on like my deadlines and like what I need to do, so
rather than how many hours I'm studying. I do keep an eye on how many hours I'm studying, but I also don't measure my productivity based on hours. Sometimes I can have a 6-hour study day where I was like, you know what, that's enough for today.
And you've done everything you need to do, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
It really depends. You'll find your rhythm. All of these things that we give advice on, it sounds so like cliche to like, it'll happen when it happens, but really, you'll find your rhythm, because what if you're not a morning person?
Very true.
Or you can only work from 2 p.m.
Some people are like that, whereas I'm more of a work from 7 a.m. sort of gal.
I know, you're really good. Literally. Eve will come to breakfast being like, yeah, I've already been in the right room. I'm like, I just
But I don't really work in the evenings, apart from during term time when I have to, or like after an exam when I have to revise for the next one. Okay, this is a really deep one. What is the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
In life or at
In life? Like, in life, what is the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
Do you know what? I feel like I'll relate this one back to uni. And it's not the worst, but like I can't really think of the worst. I don't really know what the measurements are.
Yeah, I get you. It's quite hard to quantify, isn't it?
Yeah, but the worst for me in the uni world was when I went through this like breakup with so many friends, like at one time, and I didn't even know it was coming. When you're at uni, and you know when you're not expecting it, and it got me down for a good, I'd say 6 months. It was the worst, I'm not gonna lie. And even I think even till now, how I navigate uni has been altered by that moment, because before that I never thought about it. I'm like vlogging away, walking around, smiling, living life. Ever since then, I'm telling you, things changed.
I remember my life.
Well, I feel like I was at a therapy session.
Okay, I think maybe like when my granddad died was a real low point for me, because he was.
Were you at school?
I was 14 and like he was my best mate. Like we were closer than I was, like me and my parents were.
Yeah.
I think friendships breaking apart have definitely been the worst for me. But I'd say, yeah, for me, I think I can think of a couple of friendship breakups that have been not great. One in sort of year 10.
Yeah.
Was it year 10, year 9, year 10? Like when I got really badly like bullied at school.
And you know when they were bullying you? Was it because of like you?
Yeah, they just didn't like me. Like, they just didn't like me, which is fair enough. Like, don't like me, but the behaviour at school was not great. So yeah, that whole period of my life, like Ask FM, just everything, like not great. And then a couple more recently, which were not good. I think the worst thing I would say that's ever happened to me was this year, sort of like when everything in like sort of
that term,
that whole Trinity term, like when my mental health just went.
You went through it.
And like everything in my life and everything in my friends and family's life just imploded at the same time. And there were days during that term where I was literally just like, I can't get out of bed today.
Yeah, like waking up became like a task.
So I wouldn't even say it was like specifically an event.
Yeah,
it was an amalgamation of events coming at the same time.
That's how I felt. It wasn't like a moment, it was how I felt. It was like, now I'm questioning myself, the way that I carry myself. Like, am I coming across as a woman becoming a boss? You start to question everything, and it has a lasting effect. If it was like a random stranger on the internet, that stuff like hurts me for like maybe like 2 minutes, and then I'm over it because I'm like, oh, you're a troll on the internet.
My god, yeah, like
and it's someone you know,
mate. If someone on the internet is like, oh, you're fat, you're ugly, whatever, I'm like, big fucking whoop, bye-bye. When people in your life decide that they don't want to like be your friend anymore, and they just don't really tell you why, and you're just a bit like, oh.
Do you ever feel like YouTube plays a part into it?
Do you know what? I always think it, I don't know. You know what, at this
hard
point,
to know, isn't it?
You spend so long just being like, why? Like, why did that happen? And then you just reach a point where you're like, I'm never gonna know.
People like getting annoyed about the whole YouTube stuff. I'm like, that's annoying, because that's like what I enjoy or what I do.
I always like make friends now based on how they respond to my YouTube generally. Like, if either they're not interested at all and they just are like that's that part of your life, and whatever. Or they like are genuinely curious, but not in like a what is this sort of way. But yeah, I'd say in terms of worst things that happen, I'd say definitely friendships falling apart is always the worst thing. And you are so right. Like, I genuinely look at my YouTube comments and like somebody will be like, you're ugly, you're fat, like you're hideous. And I'm literally like, haha, lol, bant, and it literally doesn't affect me. And then
or those people that make videos on you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, whatever. I literally love to sit and watch those. But when it's someone in it only ever hurts when it's someone in real life.
It could be 1,000 mean comments on
I would take without a doubt, I would take like a million horrible comments from some people that I don't know than to lose a friend that I do know.
Because you're like, you know me.
Because it's like,
you know me.
And the worst thing. Fears and goals for 2nd and 3rd year. We can have this as the last question because it's quite...
That's nice.
Fears, I'm terrified that it's going to be a repeat of 1st year.
What do you mean?
But like, I loved Michaelmas. I honestly loved Michaelmas. And I'm not saying that like Hillary and Trinity were awful, but I think exams and just everything that happened to me, like, just really prevented me from enjoying Oxford. There were so many times, like at the LMH ball, for example, where I was there, but I was just aware that I just really wasn't enjoying it as much as I should be. And I felt like that was the whole of the 2nd half of 1st year. So I just really don't want circumstances to align in the way that they did this year. You know what I'm on about.
No, but do you feel, you know what Tina was saying at my event, where things happen, they don't ever go away, but like you might know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Not that you didn't deal with it before, you did. But I mean in terms of like, there are things in place that you know, like, Eve, ask for help quicker.
Yeah,
like,
I think if I found myself getting back into the place that I did last year, I think everything that, you know, like there was so many different things that happened, and I feel like every single one of them I would be able to deal with a lot quicker.
How to help, because it was a lot at once. It wasn't just one thing.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hot mess, to be honest. But I feel like now, like every single individual aspect of that, I could probably tackle a lot quicker. It's kind of like having a vaccination. Like I feel like I'm vaccinated against that now, but I'm just scared that similar things will happen. Hopes. I really just hope that 2nd year is the year where I finally just take my foot off the academic gas a little bit and enjoy myself, because I said
that's one thing I want for Eve.
I said I was going to in 1st year, and I think because of everything that happened to me,
the only normality that you felt
that I had was academics.
Like,
so
I know how to
I think I definitely could have taken my foot off the gas and just got like a solid like low 2-1, which is really respectable grade, and enjoyed myself a lot more. But because everything went so horribly wrong, the only thing that I could do at that time, because I was so like sad and just, I was like, well, I may as well just study then.
I think when you're in those moments, you just want control again.
Yeah, so I was just like studying, which 2nd year I really just want to, I'm not done all the reading, that's always a big start.
And you know, you actually genuinely, because you won't have, I don't know if you have exams.
No exams, got nothing.
You won't have exams.
I got a year abroad
It's
after.
all about what you're going to revise from. You actually really don't have to even
learn the content. No, I feel like you don't need to learn the content, you just need to make good notes.
I enjoyed my 2nd year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've got so many plans. I'm a video editor for Cherwell. I'm taking up piano lessons.
I was gonna say, if there's a time for you to get involved in societies and things, it's now.
2nd year. So that's my fears and my hopes. But I think my fears are like it's just not gonna happen again, because I don't think I'll let it happen again. Like, it's not happening again. We ain't out here to let the universe do that again. What about
my
you?
fears and hopes. My fears are, going off what you're saying, failing 3rd year. Because now it does count for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, because of the situation of how I got into Oxford and everything like that, there were so many eyes around it.
Yeah,
and I feel like there were a few people who were very skeptical and like, why did you do this? Like, you should never let students in through a foundation. You're like, you're lowering the standards of Oxford, blah, blah, blah. So there's a whole like stigma around it. And because we're the first, it's 4 years later now, and they want to see how you graduate. And based on that, it kind of like, it's setting up the legacy of the foundation here in a sense, because it's always going to be a case study. We're the first ones, no matter what. So our grades and things like that are always going to be used as a reference. Like, oh, the first ones in
first cohort,
improve or not, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I'm feeling
the pressure. Yeah.
There's the pressure of like making sure my family are proud. Like, everyone friggin' Zimbabwe right now calls me Miss Oxford. Everyone at church and, like, you know, being from here and all that kind of stuff. Then you've got YouTube as well. Like, there are students who have changed the course of their lives or are doing incredible things because of your channel and stuff. So for you to then let them down when
I know.
You've like grown up with them in a sense. Like, it's been like 2 years that I've been on this journey. Do you know what I mean?
I get that.
So there's a whole lot of pressure, plus the people watching who are skeptical.
Yeah.
I feel my biggest fear is failing and like either proving them right, for them to be like, we told you should have never let them in, told you should have never changed Oxford, should have left it how it was, and I don't need that. Like, I want to do myself
You
proud.
are not going to fail. Like, you are...
Girl, you know that fear, like, you know...
You always have it. You have it. Everyone has that fear. Everyone has that fear.
And then my hopes are that whatever happens in the future, whatever I end up doing, I'll be happy in it. If someone told me right now, V, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years? I actually can't tell you.
Neither.
Because I have no idea, but I just want to be happy and satisfied in the life I'm living.
Whatever's happening, I just want to be like, okay,
so I'm afraid of fear, and I'm hopeful for like a happy ending.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I get that. I get that. I feel like that's fair enough. I feel like that's a nice way to end the video, actually. And
maybe learning how to eat faster.
You are such a slow eater compared to me.
In the last video we did, the mukbang, everyone was like, bye guys, and I was like,
oh my god. Thank you guys so much for watching. This actually ends up being quite juicy, I feel. Like,
quite deep.
It was like a
therapy session.
How deep can we go without revealing everything about our personal lives?
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm probably gonna have to edit this down because we've got like 50 minutes of footage, and I've probably said things that I will regret putting on the internet. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to V if you haven't already, and I will see you very, very soon with a new video.
We'll be back in Oxford in approximately...
Back in Oxford. When this goes up, probably we'll be back in Oxford.
On Sunday, yeah.
I'll probably put this up at the weekend, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably put it up on Sunday.
Bye!